Welcome to the School of Agroecology and Business of Mongolian University of Life Science podcast. And I'm your host today. And today we are exploring some vital questions. How does one of the world's oldest, the nomadic culture meet the world's newest technologies? So to discuss this, we are joined by our truly distinguished guest, Dr. Anton Shkarova. And he's a senior researcher of this Estonian University of Life Science and leading global experts in environmental governance and AI. With his over 2 decades of experience, Anton specializes bridging the gap between high-level international policy and ground-level sustainability. Thank you for being with us today.
Pleasure.
And it is an honor to have you with us. So let's move to the question. Question one goes, the DoMany project is working to bring micro-credentials to our university to modernize the agriculture workforce. So, however, Mongolia has a very deeply, rooted into our nomadic traditions. So, how we can integrate these advanced tools like GeoAI and remote sensing, without compromising our unique cultural identity. What do you think about in this?
Well, when we speak about the DoMany project I think that's one of the tools about how to bring knowledge and expertise and ethics universities possess towards the communities, because microcredits, they provide additional flexibility that does not exist in the higher education system as such. What it does to communities, it provides exactly those pieces of knowledge and skills which they need, and also at a flexible time, say, I can imagine in wintertime, people working in agriculture do not have too many things to do normally. Well, different happens, but yet. And that can be the time for learning and mastering new things. And thinking about cultural identity and ways of compromising it. It's a very old discussion, and and I wouldn't say that I really have good answers to this. If you go to similar issues like what is the compromise between bringing what we call progress to indigenous people and but also kind of the interest of preserving the unique culture, it is around for centuries, as you see. I think Mongolia here is a little bit better case than many cases of like colonization of indigenous people all over the world, because it had an opportunity as a nation to evolve through what we call progress and development. Still, in 21st century, it managed to preserve its nomadic lifestyle, and you can quite robustly say that's the only nation with statehood that nomadic by its culture and by its lifestyle preferences. And I think that although it does not guarantee that it's gonna be this way always, but at least we see that Mongolian people are very resilient, and they find a way to navigate between the perils brought by the development and the civilization, and still preserving the unique and distinguished lifestyle. So I don't think that's exactly the answer to the question, because again, that's an extremely complex issue which is discussed for decades, if not centuries. But I'm feeling somewhat optimistic about the specific case of Mongolia.
Okay, thank you. The second question might be that the vision of argument tradition is powerful, right? So, but there is a practical hurdle, let's say. So it is digital divide, right? So digital transformation often favors big industrial players. So within the Do-Menu project framework, how do we ensure that climate smart tech remains affordable for a small-scale herders and also farmers in remote province, in your opinion?
Well, again, micro-credentials, which are to be brought by the money, they make knowledge more available. I'm not saying that it would solve all the wicked problems overnight, and we probably do not still have all the technology for this, but also here I'm quite optimistic because, well, now we have more flexible learning paths which are delivered by micro-credential. Then also I think we are now in time when digital divide becomes less sharp, I would say. Like we have technology coming that brings internet to all remote communities and places with satellite solutions, for instance. And still they are quite expensive, but you see that every year this technology becomes more and more available. I think now also it should be some role played by the Mongolian state to make sure that herders communities can access online services of the state, including the education. Like we cannot do this on our own, indeed. It's much beyond the scope of what we do. But I think if we find a reasonable way for cooperation between the state, the communities, and see what the best the technology can offer us, we can erase a lot of this divide. Probably not remove it as yet, but it's very much erasable.
Thank you for this insights of your opinion. And how about we move to our private sector issues in these questions? For these entrepreneurs might be listening for us from this podcast. So the question goes like, why is investing climate smart agriculture is a strategical financial necessity, and rather than just a nice to be have a moral goal?
Good question. I would love to say that it's an absolute strategic necessity because it provides strong economic incentives, and that's the future way to go. But we live in a very turbulent time that I cannot tell this with kind of all my honesty. We do want this to be a strategic choice, and one can see very substantial international efforts towards this. Like the European Union promotes a lot its green taxonomy, and it makes the products developed following green ways better accessing the European market, which is quite a substantial share of the global market. But I would say that more or less that's it at the moment. Unfortunately, the United States, which is a big global player, is turning away from this tendency, and that creates a lot of uncertainty to a lot of work that we have already done towards more sustainable ways of agriculture and towards providing financial incentives for this. Let's hope that still the world will steer towards the good direction, not wrong one. Let's have some optimism, and if we keep this optimism in our heart, we can see that indeed that can be a strategic choice.
Yes.
But we really need to be optimistic. You know, the time is very turbulent and uncertain now.
Thank you. Thank you for these insights also. And to our facility and students at School of Agriculture and the Mongolian University of Life Science, the challenge is set. So the tools are here, but the leadership must come from you. So thank you for today for joining in this podcast. And
it was a pleasure. Thank you.
Yes, and also thank you for listening for us, and thank you.
Thank you very much.